Good morning, Helsinki. This is Arah tuning in. Armor is overrated. So, you can pull the spiders to the beginning and the NPC will attack them. Or you can just run through them. If you're with a group, it's usually easier to just kill them. And that goes for everything in this hallway as well. We do not need any skills for this hallway. I will show how defilers work. Now, they will throw those projectiles. If you decide to kill them, it's best to do on range because they have a lot of poison damage. So yeah, that's kinda how it works. Then there's berserkers, they don't do a whole lot. Because of the pathing, it's kind of better to run a little bit on sideways. And then we have the Deadeye. If you see a red ring around you, just count to 3 and dodge. Or if that seems a little bit difficult, the other thing that you can do is look at your buff table. There should be a skull icon which will show when it will explode. When it starts to blink a lot, just dodge at the end of it. And it's time for our first boss. For this boss, any kind of conic lens, reflects and teleports are good, but you don't actually need any of those. Just stay melee, cause she will throw this lightning ball. You can probably see it soon. Let's see. It is a 1 KO hit. Oh, there we go. So if you get hit by that, you will die, and she might throw it in melee if someone else is in range. You might also see that I will position myself between the boss and the barrel, because she will do knockbacks, and sometimes that does get you killed. And the last thing to know about this boss is just that she will spawn these fire barrels around the arena, and they do quite nasty condition damage. You can take them out with melee attacks, or any kind of attacks, I think. You can't see the numbers, but they do go down. And that's pretty much all. If your HP goes too low, there is a spot where you can hide, and you can see it here. And remember to just take your time, there is no hurry for anything. Sometimes we fail, and that's totally fine. Then you just start over again. It's fine, don't worry about it. Seems like I was able to do it. That makes me a little bit happy. So, next up we have the spider run. This is quite simple. All you need is harpy feathers, or the other option is to have some stealth or stability. From here, just run forward, and on the left you can see a small ledge that you can jump on. this is quite handy if you feel a little bit uncertain and you want to be like careful. You can wait here that your skills will recharge. It's fine, take your time, there's no hurry. And the more you do this run, you eventually get used to how the enemy works and it becomes quite easy. Now, as we go forward, we will go to the left and there is another ledge that you can jump on.
Hello and welcome to the Mental Health Hotline. If you are obsessive compulsive, press 1 repeatedly. If you are codependent, ask
for this run, if you are here for the first time, you will probably want some stability. Any kind of stealth and blink is fine. I will use some speed because every class has that, but this is how you do it with Harpy Feather. So you just double click on it, when you get closer you use it and you're through. Basically, these enemies, they have like a range from where they start to attack you, so once you get a feel where that is, it becomes quite easy to get past them. Also, a lot of people go straight from there. I think it's because the feel is easier, but if you go north, nothing really kills you. And now I will show you the other way to do this, which is like more likely how it will go for you or us. I don't know. What am I doing? Was that unpolite? I don't know. Alrighty then. So you speed in here and you run through here. Be careful of the animations, then you can like run however you want. You can go here. Here is the ledge. You jump on it, then you just wait a little bit more. Good job, I'm happy you waited. Now then you go through here. If you're in a group, it might be better to use like stealth. Stealth is very good, but if you don't want to and you just run like this, you will need the stability for that dome attack, and also the Deadeye will cast a red ring around you, so that's quite good to just like learn how to dodge it, because it appears in Arah quite a lot. Then when you come here, just use like mass stealth and run through. I failed a little bit on the mass stealth, it was maybe a little bit late, but usually it's fine. If you're having troubles and you're like 5-man, just kill them all. Okay, time for our second boss. The odds will drop these rifles. We will need those, and stability is really good for this boss. The boss will become like enraged, he will become like angry and red and big and scary, and he will be like the personification of all your fears. But you can shoot him with a rifle and he will become normal again. Like the thing that tries to kill you. So that's like life lessons from Arah. Just shoot things with rifle and they'll be less scary. I will start this by first luring the ads in here again, because I want to take care of them first. But if you're like a normal person with like clothes on, then it's totally fine to just like do this in the middle. If you're still practicing, you might want to start this way. Okay, good. And now we just pull the boss in here, past the two things, and he will throw like a range attack first. So you can either sidestep that or dodge. Dodge is a little bit safer because the range attack, the stone that you saw, it has a little bit weird range, I think. This boss is fairly simple and quite easy as a mesmer. When he jumps, dodge, and other than that, just stay like behind him. Okay, now you see he's making weird moves, so for this you want the stability, and grab a rifle and shoot him in the face. From here on, I put some armor on, cause I I actually haven't soloed Arah as a chrono yet. I have soloed it as a warrior, and I think this group, next group, is harder to solo than Lupi is. So yeah, but what makes it easy is just that you can always waypoint very close by and try again. You can just like death pump yourself to the enemy and it's all fine. Yes. So yeah, not I'm not like saying that you should be like a suicide bomber, but well, yeah, I'm yeah. So for this part I use harpy feathers. You can also run past them, they will follow you. It makes it a little bit harder, but it's doable, so no worries. Then we will become ninjas, so stay to the wall and try to not aggro anything. I use reflex because I'm on a mesmer. It's very easy way to handle those turrets, but you can also range attack them. With warrior, you can use longbow to attack them from far away. Their range should be enough long so that they cannot hit you from there. But also you can just like sidestep from side to side and range them on any class. Also for these guys, anything like... There's two ways to kill these. Either you just stay behind them, like this. Or you can use any kind of pull to interrupt them. That works too. Invulnerability works. They're quite easy in that sense that you can use a lot of things to get around, but it's kind of easy to also make mistakes in here. So, like before, just take your time. And it's also a good thing to get used to that a lot of attacks in Arah and in general in Guild Wars 2, they just have these tails, which is like you can just look at how the enemy is moving, like if they wave their hand. Just pay attention to that and you can get around to most of the enemies, even if you have no clue what they do. Like most dungeons, I actually don't necessarily know what they do, I just know the general outlines. So, finally, the best boss of the game, Lupicus. He has around 10 plus attacks, and he's quite hard when soloed. Some people will tell he's super easy, but considering I don't know anyone who would have like started the game and would be able to beat Lupi in one try. It's not that easy. It's easy because they know how to do it, or they have like practiced it enough or done it so many times that it becomes easy for them. Well, I guess one life advice would be that when someone says something is easy, it's kind of like good to have like suspect that. I have found the same in raids too, like anything people call easy, it's usually not. It means more like in theory it's easy, but in reality if you do one mistake everything will go to shambles, so don't worry about things like that. So yeah.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me.
So, the most important attack to know is Lupi's hand wave. He will wave his hand in big motion, and when it reaches to his nose, dodge. If you miss out this dodge, he will spawn a grab on you, which will buff him up and kind of screw up your whole party, so there's that. Another attack that he does in phase 1 is the kick. This happens only in melee. And the last attack that he does is the swarm attack. It will spawn these insect enemies. They hurt quite a lot, so it's good to keep them killed.
It's just like the fella said, and be quick, ain't love a kick in the head. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? My head keeps spinning, I go to sleep, I keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better, or I'd be sick.
Lupi's second phase starts at 75%, and he will spawn a grab on you, so you can try to get that killed as fast as possible. He will also make small projectiles that are kinda deadly, and they also hit on melee, so having any kind of reflect is good, or you can dodge those. He also has this AoE attack that you can either double dodge once forward and once back, or use reflect on it. Another attack is this teleport attack, where he will teleport the player and knock back them and damage them. And the last attack of the phase 2 would be the hand slap. His final phase starts at 50% and he has several attacks here as well. The first one that we see here is the life suck. You can double dodge that. This is the AoE attack. You can use reflect or double dodge. And this is another kind of life suck. He will regain HP depending on how many people are on his AoE. And this is the dome. The dome is the most dangerous one there is. You will need stability to get through of there, or any kind of teleport works as well. And he will continue to do the small range attacks, which will happen also in melee. So, I believe we have known each other for quite a while now. Well, for you it has been like maybe 15 minutes or a half hour, and for me it has been like 3 days. But I do believe that we are at a point where I should like give you the best of the Arah, which is food recipes. So I'm gonna go with the bacon and eggs. This might be a little bit variation of the one that I heard, but yeah. So what you need is smoked Danish bacon, 3 eggs, spoonful of cream fraiche, 1 onion, and thyme or paprika. Also tortilla wraps, if you have those. What you want to do is cut the onion to small dices, roast it and add some thyme or paprika, then just add bacon to that. Put the eggs in a bowl, add cream fraiche and mix really good. Then you just find a plate and put the bacon and onions to wait in there and fry the bacon, and then it's pretty much done. Now if you have those tortilla wraps, which I never actually had, you can put the bacon and eggs on toast. I think you were supposed to like fry them first, I kind of forgot. Also, I actually never used Danish bacon, I just used American one because it was the only one I could find, but it was really good. I promise you, if you haven't tried this before, just go for it. Also, there is a small chance that there is an angry Danish person right now, just like making angry Danish person noises and pretty much like disowning me. This is the point where I say is, right? Yes, yes. Alrighty then. That is my first loopy on Chrono solo, so I feel so nice. This is so good. I know, it's easy and I was cheating and it was cheesy, but still. So yeah, good job. And this place, after Loopy, when you're at Path 2, it's an awesome place to practice how dead eyes work. Cause you got like 2 of them. And doing this for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes and you'll be like doing pretty good. Now you might be wondering why I have left like video records of me dying and failing this, but it's because I think it's good that people also see those fails, or at least some of them. There was a whole lot more of them, but a lot of times people just show like the best parts of their gaming, so I think it's nice to have like a little bit more whole picture on it. But trust me, if you're gonna run Arah, you're gonna fail. It's just something that will happen. And it's usually the people that failed over and over again that became good at it. Well, I feel a little bit sad now that Luffy is dead. I miss him. I really do. When you see a big red circle, dodge back. When the boss runs to middle and starts spinning, just hide behind the corner. So it seems I have been in this boss for like more than 10 minutes. So maybe I should have taken some risks. It's taken longer than Luffy. Please send mental help. I feel like I should have down here to just like create some suspense. Now the skills may differ depending on what class you're playing with. So you just go kinda over here. And that is an example how you can do it on a Mesmer. If you'd like to portal your party members, you can do it in here. For the last boss you can solo this as well, but I did ask my friend to come. Basically the way to solo it is to start it on 10 DPS, and around the time when the ads come, then you just use any kind of pull or push or anything that can like disrupt them, and then they won't attack the terminal and you can DPS them down. Since you are a ghost, they cannot harm you. Just be careful not to venture off too far away. By now you're probably wondering, where are the waffles? Well, I have to admit now that the waffles were a lie. I'm sorry. But but I promise there will be waffles in Path 4. Though that might never happen, but you know.